Hi Snehal, hi guys.
Hi everyone. I'm super excited to be connected on the first day of the year with everyone here at Blue Circle family.
Yes, Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year, guys.
Hope you all are, you know, not too hungover and uh,
Had a good time yesterday.
yeah. And I think I don't know. I feel like New Year's for me personally now. I feel like it's another day. Cool.
I know. I know.
It's
I feel
nice.
you.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to have fun for sure. But like I feel now that I don't want to do anything over the top. I just want to have a regular day. That makes it easier on first Jan, right?
I know. I feel you. I mean, I just spent my day at home. I just cooked
Yeah.
some nice things. We ate.
Wow.
We saw the fireworks from our window and then we
That's the
slept.
best.
Yes. Yeah,
Snail's stories about what she cooks is quite amazing, right? Like all the Italian herbs and the I don't know all the fancy stuff. Uh,
yes. Those are the easiest things to use actually, and they're quick to make.
Correct.
So फटाफट बन जाता है, and you just need to add oregano, chili flakes, and a pizza mix or something like that, and it's makes
Very
everything
true.
tasty easily.
Absolutely. And this is something that usually happens when Snehal and me start talking. We forget that we are on a live. So, once again, Happy New Year to everyone. I can see a message from Krishnan who says, Greetings for New Year.
Hello. Yes.
I
Happy
wish you
New
the
Year.
same.
Hi, Krishnan. So yes, guys, we are here today, the first day of the year, New Year 2023, and I cannot be more excited to be sharing it with our Blue Circle community here. And I know I talk on behalf of Nupur as well because it means a lot to us that so many of you are connected here with us and living this journey through together, learning from each other. And yes, we are here today to chit chat about how the year has been in 2022 and setting some goals for each one of us, as well as we are hoping you also take on this health journey with us and set some teeny tiny goals or major goals for the coming year. And we can all keep each other accountable and keep each other on track, right? Hello,
Absolutely. I
Rajiv
think,
ji. How are you?
hi, Rajiv ji. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Yes,
Year,
and I think
everyone.
the sense of community is really, really strong and very important, right? Hi, Jakpreet. Happy New Year to you.
Hi, Chakpreet. Happy New Year. So we'll just wait for a couple of minutes. We'll chit chat and then I think we'll get right into it, into what we
Yes,
want to talk about.
yes.
But yes, guys, do let us know what you did yesterday. Did you take care of your sugars yesterday or not? Let us know. Because I was very cautious yesterday. I don't know. I cooked paneer burji, some
Wow.
jeera rice, and at
Yeah,
12 a.m. I had a little bit of chocolate ice cream. So that was my New Year's at home.
amazing.
So it was
Yes, I
fun,
also
like a homely thing. What did you do, Nupur?
I also actually had like zero plans, completely no plans at home. Had some chicken for dinner, early dinner, and I actually thought that I might fall asleep, before it's New Year's. Hi, Rohan. Happy New Year.
Hi, Happy New Year. Hi, Nupur. Hi, everyone.
Hi. So yeah, nothing really. I just surprisingly I was awake till midnight, and then very quickly after that I slept because I was very tired. I traveled, and so that was my story. Hi
Rohan,
Radhika,
what did
happy New
you
Year.
do yesterday?
Yeah, Rohan, how was your New Year's Eve? What did you do?
So, I went for a movie with my parents and sister,
Nice.
and it was fun. And it was too crowded. I think it took me half an hour just to get inside the mall. So,
Oh,
even today, also, I went to the park. I think so much of crowd everywhere you go. So, yeah, but apart from that, it was fun. I slept early yesterday. I think I slept around 10:30. And
wow.
because it was my resolution to wake up early and walk. So yeah,
Oh my God, Rohan is giving us some real FOMO there. Uh, we Snehal and me, we thought कि हमारा New Year बहुत ही like good child type of New Year था, but Rohan has gone
Rohan is
and
like dedication on another level.
seriously.
नहीं नहीं, आई डोंट लाइक वेकिंग अप मतलब लेट ऑन ऑन फर्स्ट। तो मतलब वो मेरा अलग ही कीड़ा है, मतलब वो डेडिकेशन नहीं है।
लेकिन वो सिर्फ फर्स्ट जैन को होता है रोहन या हर दिन होता है? हाउ डज इट गो?
सॉरी, डिडंट गेट यू।
आई सेड वो सिर्फ फर्स्ट जैन को होता है या हर दिन होता है? जस्ट पुलिंग योर लेग बट
हाँ, वो अभी लेट्स सी हाउ फार माय रेजोल्यूशन गोस। सो
यस,
आई थिंक
Good, good. Keep us updated.
and
एब्सोल्युटली।
let us know in the chat, like everyone who is listening, have you made any New Year resolution and how did you celebrate New Year's? आप लोग ने कैसे सेलिब्रेट किया और क्या रेजोल्यूशन है आपका नए आने वाले साल में? और
So
सभी
let
सुनने
us
वालों
know.
को 2023 साल की शुभकामनाएं और बहुत शुक्रिया हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए
Me and
आज।
Nupur is looking at each other. Itna
Like,
Hindi.
yes,
So Rohan, we let Rohan do all the Hindi, should the Hindi talking. But anyway, great.
रोहन इज लाइक अ टीवी प्रेजेंटर, नहीं?
हाँ,
एकदम मतलब
सब
नमस्कार।
अच्छे से.
हाँ।
Just hi everyone who is listening. Hi Radhika, hi Rajiv ji, hi Krishnan, hi Harneet. Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. And like Rohan said, do tell us what are your resolutions for 2023? Do you believe in the concept of resolutions? क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है कि हम लोग सोचते हैं फर्स्ट जैन को इस साल तो मैं डैश 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 आई विल डू, लेकिन फिर आई थिंक सितंबर अक्टूबर तक समझ आ जाता है कि कुछ हुआ नहीं है।
सितंबर
सो
तक भी नहीं, आई थिंक जनवरी एंड और फेब तक ही लाइक बस हो गया. All these resolution things are done. But
करेक्ट।
yes, let us
Hi
know in the
Prashant, hi
comments.
Tuhina.
Hi Tuhina,
हाय
hi Prashant,
प्रशांत।
hi everyone.
So recently, like Abhi, we had put a post on what was your highest and your lowest sugars, and it was quite surprising to see कि मतलब मेरे को लगा था मैं ही इतना oscillate करता हूँ, but काफी लोग का मतलब even though we know that we have to take good control, but there are moments मतलब जब आपकी शुगर बहुत ज्यादा जाएगी या बहुत कम होगी आने वाले साल में भी, तो it happens every year and I think उस चीज से निराशा नहीं होनी चाहिए। आई थिंक इट्स एंड आई हैड पुट अ व्हाई बिकॉज इट्स मोर अबाउट लर्निंग कि काफी बार हमको पता नहीं लगता है कि भाई मेरी शुगर इतनी ज्यादा हुई क्यों, मेरी शुगर इतनी कम क्यों हुई, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाट मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट दैट आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू आल्सो टू प्रैक्टिस इज टू figure out reasons why your sugar is spiking and lowering down in the coming year and make a note of that. So I did that a couple of years ago and that really helped me. If you have a CGM, that helps, बट सीजीएम नहीं भी है तो वो काफी मदद करता है।
Absolutely.
I
In
know. And
fact,
also
Rohan
to
said,
add to what Rohan said, sorry Nupur, I'll just complete.
yeah,
So it's okay to know the reasons, but I know for me at times what difficult हो जाता है. Sometimes diabetes doesn't go by the rule book, right? मतलब तुमने सब सही किया, you eating properly on time, bolusing on time, फिर भी at times your sugars can go high or sugars can go low, and it took me a really long time to be okay with it. That not knowing the reason also at times is like okay. It's always good to analyze कि आपने क्या किया, किसके वजह से high या low हुआ. But I have seen in my case that at times I am not able to figure it out. सब कुछ सही करने के बाद भी if your sugars go high, sugars go low, and I have to sit down with myself and calm myself down and be like, it's okay, it's diabetes, it can be a roller coaster ride at times, and you have to be okay with it. And I think that is going to be my resolution for this year, is to be accepting your condition and living with it the best, with whatever best you can do. I think that is what I'm going to hold on to for this year.
yes, and that sounds
मेरा
like a very
रेजोल्यूशन है तो
reasonable thing, right?
क्या क्या रोहन?
मेरा रेजोल्यूशन है मैं पंजाबी खाने की तरफ ना देखूं बिकॉज आज यू नो ना मतलब काफी कुछ बनता है लाइक पंजाबी हाउस होल्ड्स में विद अ लॉट ऑफ फूड एंड स्टफ। तो मेरा रेजोल्यूशन है टू स्टिक टू माय लो कार्ब डाइट एंड या तो एटलीस्ट मतलब हैव अ चीट मील लाइक वंस इन अ मंथ, बट हाँ दैट विल
देखो देखो, पंजाबी लड़का बोल रहा है आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू ईट पंजाबी फूड। सब लोग जो सुन रहे हैं, प्लीज ये
Witness.
यू ऑल आर विटनेस टू दिस।
Yes.
That sounds like a tough task, Rohan, but I'm sure that you're also a very dedicated person, so I know that it'll be easily doable for you. I'm seeing Prashant's comment and he says, and ये मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा. Prashant is saying कि my resolution starts at midnight and by 1 a.m. वो खत्म हो जाता है पूरा. I think
1
I'm
1 a.m. 1 a.m. of the next year.
Next
अच्छा,
year.
that's what it is.
Hi Purnima, hi Ekta.
Hello.
हाँ,
Hi.
राजीव जी ने बहुत सही बोला है, डायबिटीज इज अनप्रिडिक्टेबल, बट वी उसको जितना हम प्रिडिक्ट कर सकते हैं उतना अच्छा रहेगा.
Absolutely. Nupur, what is
वो
your
बेटर.
resolution? Like, if you haven't decided on anything, now is the time.
Now is the time. मैं वही I was listening to both of your resolutions and मुझे realize हुआ कि मैंने कुछ सोचा ही नहीं है. मतलब ठीक है, ये we did last time we did a Facebook chat thread, उसमें से कई अच्छे ideas थे और आज
नुपुर
का भी
ने अपना रेजोल्यूशन बना लिया था 2015 में. एवरीवन हु इज लिसनिंग, 2015 में उसने रेजोल्यूशन बनाया था कि मैं लो कार्बिक करूंगी, मैं ये करूंगी, वो करूंगी, एंड आज आई थिंक ऑलमोस्ट 8 इयर्स से उसका रेजोल्यूशन चल रहा है.
I
So
think,
it's just
yeah,
a continuation of her
amazing.
resolution
नहीं मुझे
2015 का.
मुझे ना थोड़ा सा ये रेजोल्यूशन वाला थिंग थोड़ा हाई प्रेशर लगता है. लाइक ओ अच्छा 1 जन को तो बना लिया बट लाइक बाद में आई डोंट नो इफ इट विल हैपन और नॉट. बट आई मीन डेफिनेटली इट्स अ वेरी गुड आइडिया टू हैव अ गोल. एंड आई थिंक मेरा भी गोल यही रहेगा कि आई डू माई बेस्ट एंड आई स्पेंड सम टाइम टू सिट एंड एनालाइज. आई थिंक आई मेंशन दिस इन वन ऑफ द कमेंट्स. आई थिंक रोहन का पोस्ट था या पता नहीं कहाँ कोई तो एक पोस्ट में फेसबुक ग्रुप पे दैट आई फील लाइक व्हाट आई हैव बीन लैकिंग इज sitting down with my sugars, sitting down with my food and taking the time to understand कि पिछले हफ्ते या पिछले महीने में मैंने क्या क्या करा that was good, that was not good, that can be improved. I think that is something I have not done much of because life is busy, it's fast paced. But जो भी है, we have to make our health a priority. So that's probably my छोटू सा goal for this year.
Amazing.
ऑल्सो ऑल द पीपल लाइक आप अपना रेजोल्यूशन बताइए, या फिर रेजोल्यूशन भी नहीं, आप अपना गोल बताइए डायबिटीज का. दैट बाय जो द टॉपिक ऑफ दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन टुडे इज डायबिटीज गोल्स. सो वी रेजोल्यूशन नहीं है, आपका गोल क्या है, आपको क्या चाहते हैं, आप क्या अचीव कर पाए इस साल, या कैसे आपका शुगर हो. तो प्लीज मेंशन इन द कमेंट्स लाइक हाउ इज व्हाट आर योर गोल्स फॉर 2023 with respect to diabetes.
Yes,
And
just
we
Prashant
would
is
love to
mentioning,
meet them.
yeah, Prashant is saying thanks. He wants to start his cycling again. And Prashant has been running a lot of marathons, and you have been
I know.
encouraging us. It's the other way
Yes.
around. Thanks, Prashant.
Absolutely agree. And I think we all did that run. कब था जो अक्टूबर में था. That was a lot of
हाँ,
fun. एंड प्रशांत के जो मोटिवेशनल पोस्ट आते थे, आई यूज टू फील लाइक अरे यार मैंने आज नहीं किया, चलो कल करती हूँ. बट इट वाज ग्रेट अकाउंटेबिलिटी फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस टू बिकॉज इट्स अ लॉट लाइक डायबिटीज राइट. कोई एक दिन पे इवेंट होना, that's not how it works. It's every day you've put in a little bit of effort और वो तब जाके एक इवेंट आपका सक्सेसफुली हो जाता है, चाहे वो रन हो या anything else. So I see Rajiv ji's comment and he says our dream is to find a cure,
Uh,
but we should be happy with anything which makes it easier to manage. Very true. It's definitely a dream to have that cure, but in the meanwhile, आज ही हमारी one of our WhatsApp groups पे discussion चल रहा था about newly diagnosed parent and they wanted to know whether you know
cure is possible or not.
yes, how do you manage and is there a cure and Biswaroop diet करूँ या रामदेव करूँ या क्या करूँ. मतलब it's really hard especially for the newly diagnosed people. लेकिन I think we all are together, we understand how it feels. And at the end of the day we have that goal कि there should be a cure or there should be something, but तब तक it's on our shoulders, right? The responsibility is ours to manage our blood sugars.
And I think we'll keep talking more about everyone's resolutions. But I think Nupur, I would want you to show everyone the calendar
Yeah.
for the next year. And we'll also show you all the fun merchandise that we have here at Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation.
revealing our calendar in 2023.
On the first.
Yay!
Yay!
Congratulations, guys, and cheers to all the
Yes.
hard work.
Cheers to
Putting by
everyone.
everyone, Rohan, Snehal, Sanskriti, Ashlesha, great job. And of course, everyone that's featured on our calendar. So I'm going to be quiet and let the calendar do the talking. This is
So this is our desk calendar. We have two versions of it. I think we have three versions of it. We'll have a desk, we'll have a wall, and we'll have a e-calendar as well. If you want to put it on your desktop or like use it in a software situation, you can use that. But I think
yes.
the desk calendar is a very cute gift option as well. You can just place it at a corner of your table or something like that. And
And this time we have a colorful calendar. So previous ones have been black and white. So this time I think what everyone wanted was more color in their lives. So we put it
Absolutely.
on our calendar as well.
I'm going to quickly flip through the pages, and Snehal and Rohan will take you all through.
And thanks to Aishwarya for featuring in our calendar every time.
so we have a
Yes.
few celebrities on the calendar. We have the first month we have featured Aishwarya Sakhuja. I'm sure every one of you have seen her TV shows mein वगैरह. She's been a famous model, actor, TV celebrity. Aishwarya Sakhuja, she lives with type 1 diabetes and she's been a very strong support system for us here. And she's always open to meeting people, discussing things. So yes, that's her on the first year. Then we
Then we have
have, yeah,
Megha,
go
I
ahead.
think, and yeah, we have this cutie pie Dhruva next.
So again, we wanted to
In
feature a cute baby on the calendar to keep the cuteness quotient up. And it's always inspiring to see how the child is managing the sugars, and it has to be a family effort, right? The parents and especially the mothers. So once again, kudos to all the mothers who are doing all the hard work of ensuring the child is taking injections, उनका खाना बना के देखना, खाना कैसे खा रहे हैं चेक करना, वो सारी चीजें, especially in all the households. I think in Indian households, especially women or your moms are someone who take care of us, like as people who live with diabetes. So kudos to them, and yes, we have a cute baby over here.
And quick thing in addition to what Rohan and Snehal said, बहुत से times लोगों को पता नहीं होता है कि बच्चों में डायबिटीज होती है. Now we know because we have T1, लेकिन हमें होने से पहले we also didn't know that kids. So this little girl here lives with type 1 diabetes.
Actually.
Okay, moving on.
Then we have Megha, I think, prime example of maintaining fitness while living with diabetes, and yeah, and always inspires us and supports us, Megha, with her fitness and with her yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Rohan. Moving on to another.
Then we have RJ Megha, a super bubbly, beloved RJ. It's always fun to talk to her and see how she manages, because I follow her on Instagram and I see her doing so many events, like back to back events where she talks, she engages people, interacts with a lot of people. So I can understand it can be a little difficult at times, like where you're in the public eye and सब आपको देख रहे हैं, आपको एकदम टिप टॉप शेप में होना है. And वो time पे if you are going low or if you're going high, how to manage that. We have a Facebook live with her also. If you scroll or if you search in our Facebook group, you can hear about how she manages her lifestyle as well.
Correct. Thanks, Snehal. Moving on.
So that's my dad. He lives with type 2 diabetes. He was diagnosed 2 years before me. And even then, like I really feel it's like it's so surprising that even though my dad had all the symptoms, my family knew what the symptoms were, but when those symptoms were showing in me, फिर भी उनको नहीं समझ आया कि बच्चों को भी डायबिटीज हो सकता है. जस्ट व्हाट नूपुर जस्ट सेड, कि वो आइडिया ही दिमाग में नहीं आती है कि अरे सिम्टम्स भी सेम है. 2 साल पहले ही मेरे डैड को डायग्नोसिस हो गया है. एवरीथिंग वाज लाइक वेरी फ्रेश इन आवर माइंड्स कि क्या सिम्टम्स होते हैं, बट दे स्टिल कुडंट कनेक्ट द डॉट्स कि सेम सिम्टम्स बच्चे में भी हो रहा है. तो देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैट इट कैन बी डायबिटीज. एंड फॉर द लॉन्गेस्ट टाइम, लाइक फॉर 2 months, आई वाज जस्ट taking treatments for some random things, typhoid, ye wo, some medicines which were obviously not working. And finally, in the last blood test, like before I was going to be hospitalized, last blood test mein my doctor, luckily he said ki blood sugar test add karte hain, and that's how it was diagnosed. So it feels like it's really surprising that even though someone in your family has diabetes, but still वो thought ही नहीं आता है दिमाग में कि आपके बच्चे को भी अगर हो रहा है तो it could be diabetes. So yes, that's my dad there. And it took a lot of convincing for him to be featured on it, because he never smiles, and I had to like push him ki like hasso photo ke liye.
No, Snehal, I don't believe you. He looks like an absolute natural here, but I'm sure Snehal का काफी pushing गया होगा in the background. But this is Snehal's dad. And here's the next person.
I think this is Ami. She's living with gestational diabetes, and yeah, we wanted to feature everyone living with all types of diabetes. And gestational diabetes बहुत बार कवर नहीं होता है या इग्नोर किया जाता है या बोला उसको सीरियसली नहीं लिया जाता, बट इट्स अ वेरी सीरियस कंडीशन फॉर द पर्सन हु इज लिविंग विद दैट बिकॉज एक तो आपको प्रेगनेंसी के इश्यूज हैं प्लस डायबिटीज, देन यू हैव टू लूज वेट आल्सो आफ्टर योर प्रेगनेंसी, plus lot of issues and lot of questions. And I think lot of our support group has been very helpful for all the women living with gestational diabetes. बहुत सारे सवाल पूछे गए हैं. I like to mention Megha here. She has been helping out a lot of women as well. So yeah, this is Ami. Yeah.
Correct. And stay tuned for our upcoming workshops. We are planning a workshop soon on gestational diabetes as well. So if that is of interest to you, stay tuned. Okay, who's this?
And we have Sanskruti. I think our two girls here at Blue Circle Diabetes Foundation, Sanskruti and Ashlesha, have been killing it. They've been slaying it at the diabetes management, engaging with the community, responding, hosting events, hosting workshops. And Sanskruti has been phenomenal this year. So thank you, Sanskruti, for everything that you're doing here at the community and supporting everyone. And I think our last
And with
travel for the Unleash Lab was amazing. I mean, it was so good that she had this chance to connect with people, share her story across. And I'm sure you must have seen her posts on the group as well. But yes, that's Sanskruti for everyone.
and with Sanskriti comes her four-legged friend also in every
Yes.
picture.
Okay,
Next,
that's
we have our founder, Nupur Lalwani, and I think Nupur can talk about herself best. Nupur is the best person.
good
I know
one.
she feels really shy to talk about herself, but yes, that's Nupur. And that's a selfie that we took at a random coffee shop in Milan, if I remember. and,
Correct.
and we were just having the craziest time and like checking our blood sugars everywhere, like in public, and having hypos when we were walking. And I think, and when I travel with Nupur, I do realize that it's not that difficult to go low carb. Like honestly, every time I'm with Nupur, my sugars are always in range. But when I get back,
Like,
I fall off track.
yeah, I think a lot of people share this feedback, Snehal, that when you are with Nupur, your sugars automatically come in range. वो डर जाते हैं कि भाई Nupur आ गई है, अपने आप range में आ जाओ.
नहीं
And
नहीं ये लोग
I,
मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं, but I think what you guys are saying, we should probably in 2023 we should also probably plan a camp, right, where all of us can meet and spend a few days with each other and all have
let
good
Definitely.
us
blood
know in the
sugar.
comments if this idea appeals to everyone of doing a physical camp in 2023.
All
And before
right.
we move to myself, I think I like to take the opportunity to thank Nupur because I think one thing is to manage your sugars, other thing is to help so many people manage their sugars through this platform, right? Yeah. So
Thank you
this
both
image
for
was in Goa, uh, and
Then that's
yes,
Rohan, our Punjabi Munda.
yes, yes.
Oh, and I have to say that Rohan keeps on inspiring with this variety of dishes that he cooks, and all of them look so nice. And then I just wish कि Rohan मेरे को भी बना के parcel कर दे थोड़ा. But amazing, like his level of dedication to like going to the
And
gym and
very
cooking all of these dishes.
consistently correct. And Snehal जो बोल रहे हैं बिल्कुल सही है. First of all, also like an inspiration to all the guys out there that please cook. I mean, it's your body, it's your health condition. You have to take charge. So,
yeah,
go into
and
the
also, yeah, I like to share here that our mothers cook for us most of the times, right? उनका पूरा life निकल जाता है हमारे लिए खाना बनाने में. So I make sure that my mother is not burdened by cooking my meals also. मतलब if you can help your mother in cooking, even if you are not cooking yourself, make sure that you help her because काम घर में सबको divide होना चाहिए जो होता नहीं है Indian families में.
But let's
Yeah,
talk
so
about
make sure
Rohan
you
now
help.
because he's on the calendar and he's just, eating humble pie now. But amazing, amazing contribution to Blue Circle, of course. You all know him, managing so many things, doing a crazy amount of stuff, meeting people consistently month on month, doing all of these things takes up a lot of time along with, managing your full time career as well. So kudos to Rohan for everything that he does. And moving
Okay.
on.
Thanks,
Next one.
everyone.
We have Ashlesha. Like I said, I already mentioned her before. Our superwoman, the two superwomen here at Blue Circle, Ashlesha and Sanskruti, amazing work. I am taken by surprise, and I feel very proud of them, of how they have come far, how far they have come with this, in taking care of their health as well as helping others as well. So again, like, kudos to these two. Really, really grateful and thankful for everything that you're doing in terms of designing, planning, all of it. I think Rohan and Nupur also feel the same.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
thanks, Ashleisha.
Thanks, Ashlesha and Sanskriti. Brilliant girls. Okay, who is
Now,
this?
now we have Prashant, and we have a long story. Like, Prashant has always been saying this, that whenever I meet new people, I observe them afar, pehle, and then once we get comfortable, I'll then go and talk, and that has how our connection has been. Like, when he came to the Mumbai meetup, the first time we interacted, it just felt like we have like long lost friends. ऐसे बातें हो रही थी, बिकॉज ही सेड कि मैं कैंप में आया था इन्फिनिटी मॉल में, और तब मैंने तुम तीनों को देखा, how you are talking, how you are interacting, and that's how I felt like really like we are good friends. And he has been consistently coming up for all the Mumbai meetups, and also helping others
Yeah.
with their workouts and everything. And
And Prashant has encouraged a lot of people to start running in the Mumbai group as well.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
Yes,
and
this
yes.
is absolutely
amazing.
great, Prashant. And yeah, and he has done a lot of cycling as well. So always inspiring us with his stamina and with his regimen. Yeah,
Absolutely. I mean, एक चीज है कि वो खुद करना और दूसरा है कि sharing it and creating that accountability for others. And I
correct.
think Prashant does that really well. So thank you from all of us. All right, this is the month of November, and guess who's in December? It's
So
our
we
Yay!
have our very charming lady Snehal here. And
Thank
yes,
you.
what Snehal has always been there. Like whenever you have a question, whenever you have anything, I think that's she has always been providing help and a listening ear as well. Yeah.
yes, and she's very
And
cool and calm and composed. Matlab, she's as you all probably know for sure. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't know. स्नेहल के पास 300 लिपस्टिक्स है 300 मेरे पास 3 होंगे या 6 but 300 lipsticks and she loves dancing and she's an IT girl and I mean she's got a huge list of feathers in her cap लेकिन फिर भी anytime you talk to her anytime you ask her she's always there she's a really dependable pillar of BCDF and we are so I know Snehal always says कि I'm very happy to find BCDF but I think BCDF is very happy to have Snehal because I mean it's definitely so
yeah,
much more amazing because of you so
Thank
thanks.
you, guys. It means
and
so much.
lot of work goes in planning every workshop and lot of stuff. And I think Snail has really been working very hard in the planning all these things.
Correct.
Thank
And
you,
both
guys.
Snehal and Rohan are our December born babies, so y'all
Yes,
can also wish them happy birthday. In the meanwhile, I'm going to show you the wall calendar as well.
yes.
Okay, so this is the
This
beautiful
is our
wall.
wall calendar, yes, and again, like, with bigger pictures, and um I know a lot of people do not follow the concept of wall calendars these days, but I know all three of us do have these hanging in our on our walls. So yes, I absolutely love our wall calendars. I think better reflection. I
So
can
this is
chat
an
with people आते जाते घूमते फिरते and take that inspiration कि oh अच्छा ऐसा है, like, look at that person and feel inspired.
so one
Correct.
reason for putting up this calendar was to spread awareness, right? And when you put it on your wall or somewhere, right, people will come and notice something. So that's how conversations start. So yeah, so this time this is an A3 calendar and with an A4 colored image. So hope you guys liked it. And a lot of people have already ordered and would love to see your comments on
Yes.
the calendar and what we can improve.
Yes, and those who've placed their orders, thank you so much, firstly, for supporting Blue Circle because all of the proceeds go to the NGO and help the NGO to run its activities. And also, of course, you are spreading awareness. You're taking an active step by putting that calendar on your desk or like the wall, like Snehal and Rohan said. So we are very grateful to all of you. We also have a lot of cute merchandise.
And
But before I
also,
get into that,
there is yeah, there is reminders on the calendar for your HbA1c test and everything. So whenever
yes.
I see the calendar, okay, maybe we should put a reminder for Lancet change as well.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah, that's a
absolutely.
permanent joke that we have. I'm going to quickly read out two comments and then maybe we can show them the other stuff that we have on the store. So Madhuri says, Happy New Year, guys. I'm living with T1D since 20 years. Never planned any diet or exercise, but still maintained my A1C under 7 by God's grace. So right now, I don't want to plan for any resolution, but I still need to keep an eye on my sugars. If possible, along with my kids, I will go for a walk daily. That's an amazing.
Right.
That's wonderful. And today I went for a long walk and I realized your insulin sensitivity increases a lot if you walk daily. And I think Rajiv ji will also support this statement. And
Yes,
it's
yes.
wonderful to see that your HbA1c is under 7. And thanks for supporting us, Madhu.
Radhika says, I'm always taking care of myself by following eating in moderate quantity, daily exercise, stress free life, visit to diabetologist, ophthalmologist, time to
Wow.
time. This year's resolution is maintaining my sugar diary on the mobile app and to keep my HbA1c below 7. Excellent, Radhika. I'm
Amazing.
sure you will achieve that.
And people who are listening, I think we have an app also called the Blue Circle Diabetes app. You can log your sugars, you can put your food, you can log your exercise, and you can keep a track of your diabetes by the 4 pillars of management. And it's a wonderful app, and there are a lot of features. I think so. Download the app. We'll put the link in the comments, and yeah, let
I
us know.
think the Blue Circle app is my most used app, and the one feature that I particularly love is to like take pictures of your food and just it will be saved over there. Because at times I know, like for me, I become very lazy कि क्या खा रहे हो उसमें कितना carbs है वो सब गिन के डालो. So it's very easy to just take a picture and it's there in your app so that you can scroll back and see आपने कौन से दिन
And
कौन से टाइम
when
पे क्या खाया था.
So what Snehal means here that when you take a picture, if you have a CGM, you can connect your CGM with the Blue Circle app. So आपका Glimp app, आपका Tomato app connect हो जाता है, and when you take a picture, it will automatically take the readings and save it. So you don't need to put your readings. So that's really wonderful, and it will give you suggestions. And there are so many features in the app. I think we'll need another session to discuss that in detail.
Yes, yes. I also see we have friends from Australia joining us. Hi, Belinda. Happy New
Hi
Year to you.
Melinda, Happy New
And she
Year.
says that your calendar is a very
Bye,
effective
Belinda.
way of reminding people with diabetes that they are never alone. Absolutely, well said. I mean, you have all of us here, where we may not be physically close by, but we're all connected through this wonderful community that we have.
Absolutely. And I think I would jump on to our merchandise.
Yes.
And I think my favorite has to be the fridge magnets. Absolutely. I just love the Gabbar one. It's like it's there on my fridge. It's been there since years. And every time I feel like just munching on random things before thinking मेरा sugars कैसा है, I always think of Rohan who designed the Gabbar wala, who designed
She
both the
thinks of me
magnets.
when she looks at Gabbar's का face. वो बोलती है चेहरा भी मिल रहा है इसके साथ.
And then I remember like oh shit, like do you really need to eat this or you're just eating out of boredom? And then I'm always like okay, think before you eat and eat in portion, that kind of a thing. But yes, again, Gabbar one is my favorite one.
And we have Gabbar on our pop sockets as well. So you see here कितने carbs थे. So you can just put it on your mobile.
And we
आप
have
अपने
this
मोबाइल पे
amazing
लगा सकते हैं.
sticker sheet. I think these ones, the ones which you can put on your sensors, are my favorite. Like I have a sensor on now, and I've put one on this. It
Wow.
says I got this type 1 strong, and I think I wanted to start my year with that sticker so that I'm motivated for the entire year, hopefully. So yes, a really really amazing sticker sheet again designed by Rohan.
Yes,
We
and
have like
I
really
just want
cool.
to quickly talk about two stickers here that you can see, the squirrel one and the giraffe one. So a lot of time we have seen people mixing up insulin, short acting or long acting. कई बार उनका सेम कवर होता है, द पेन इज द सेम और अदर थिंग्स हैपेंस. तो just to avoid that mixing, we have put a small sticker with the squirrel on the short acting and a long sticker with the giraffe that you can put on the long acting. So it's very fun for the kids also, no? कि giraffe देखा, squirrel देखी, and there is a fun element to taking insulin as well. And you don't mix up insulin, because you may think that it doesn't mix up, but a lot of time mix up ho jata hai. Then it's a very big problem that you have to keep monitoring sugars and all that stuff. So yeah.
Correct.
And
I also want to show you
absolutely,
guys this really cute, this I've learned
the
from Snehal.
badges, the
Yeah,
badges,
the
amazing.
badges here that you can put on your, on your t-shirt or on your jhola. They're really cute
There's
and
there's one always on my bag, and there's this sticker that I put on my sensor, so it's always there. It has to be visible, and we also have the medical ID cards. If you have ever come to our camps, which were organized in multiple cities across India, we were distributing this to everyone who came there. But again, it's very very important that you carry a medical card with you, either in your wallet or on in your phone case. Uh, just in case of emergencies, it's very important that people or the doctor wherever you're taken, they are aware that you live with diabetes or
And
a specific
it's in
type of
both
diabetes.
Hindi and English as well. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
So
yeah.
दोनों भाषाओं में है. And yeah.
And I
And I
was,
want to show our cap as well.
yes.
So this is our cap.
रोहन पहन के दिखाना पड़ेगा.
I'll just show you.
Just kidding. But uh,
Yeah.
really
So this
fun.
is our cap, and you can see the logo
Yes.
on top, and it's a really fun cap to go on meetups. Yeah, on meetups and all.
Correct. And guess what this is? It's our good
The
friend, the mask.
Which is
can never
returning
have
again.
enough of them, you know.
Yes.
Uh, but again, I'll tell you, like these masks, the cap and our jhola are the most used items in my home. Like मेरे dad हमेशा वही पहन लेके जाते हैं हर जगह पे. The cap is
And to
always on and the jhola.
put all, where will you put all these merchandise that you buy from our store? So you need a bag as well.
We made
Good
a
point.
bag for that.
And how will you manage? You're all going to eat healthy foods and lot of subsies and a lot of nutritious stuff. So when you go shopping, here's what you should put it in.
And
All right.
last but not the least, here is our t-shirt.
Yay!
We have
Yay.
a unicorn, so you can see.
So all
So
of
this
these
was
fun
our merchandise,
merchandise,
guys.
yes, all of this fun merchandise is available on the Blue Circle store. You just have to go there. There are a lot of other options there. We have bundled things up with free shipping options, and you can place your orders. I think now would be the right time to keep yourself motivated, and a great gifting option as well to your friends, families, office network, wherever you feel like.
And
Uh,
and again, like all the proceeds come to our NGO, and it helps us in doing the various programs and running the mobile app and doing a lot of different programs and features and camps and everything that we are planning to do. Aarti is saying BCDF app doesn't work in the new Apple iPhones. Yes,
That's
so
right.
still we are in the process of developing the app for the bigger phones. So yeah, you can help us do that by supporting us with by buying our merchandise. And thanks to everyone like who has bought the merchandise. I think this has been very very beneficial to us.
Yes, Prashant says I'm going to get this T-shirt and I'm going to order it soon. Thank you, Prashant. I also see that you put in your goal for 2023. I want to reduce my bolus by 1 unit and basal by 2 units in the coming 6 months, and I'm sure that Prashant will do that easily. You see his posts on the group, and you know that he's a very dedicated person who is going to smash those goals and get where he
Any
wants.
yeah. Any questions, guys, on anything that we have discussed on the goals or anything that you want to share? Please feel free to put in the comments. How has been your experience in the group, in the Facebook group? What do you want to discuss? What are your suggestions? We are always happy to listen.
So I'll take
Absolutely.
this one comment that Rajiv ji has made. It says that I see a lot of T1s, young T1Ds going hyper and checking their sugars from moment to moment and losing focus on the pursuits of life. It's stressful for them to lead a normal life, and I'll talk a little bit about this because I have had a difficult time in terms of accepting, and I'm always open about it. I lose track of my diabetes management, I would say once in 4 months. Absolutely, the diabetes burnout catches up, and it's okay. Like even for me to say that I am okay with this feeling took me a really long time. And I always come back to a community. I just read through people's posts, I see their pictures. I ensure that I'm always connected to all of you here, and if there's anything that's there on my mind, I feel free to ask my questions. Like, let it be a Lancet reminder, or let it be that my sugars were low, or if I had a good day, I always put my graph on the group. And there's a lot of people who will support you. They will praise you, they will push you to be okay with it, to do better. And I think that's something that every one of us needs to take care of. Like, the emotional impact that living with a chronic condition like diabetes can have, it's something that is not talked often about. And because as patients we are living through it, तो वो हमको ही पता है कि कितना झेलना पड़ता है. And you have to think always, before eating, before working out, before sleeping. It's not an easy ride, but it definitely being a part of a community makes it very very easy. It makes it stress less. That is a word that I would want to focus on this year. It's not being stressful, but being stress less. So yes, again, I if there's anyone out there who's facing this or who's going through this diabetes burnout, feel free to connect to us on the Facebook community. And if not on Facebook community, अगर आपको हमसे one to one connect करना है, if you just want to talk with us, there's something called as the Buddy Project Helpline that we three of us are really really proud of. We started this in the lockdown, I think March 2020 में हमने इसको start किया था. And since then we have been going strong. People have been reaching out to us from all across the globe, actually, not just from cities. People from extreme remote areas, rural areas, where they have questions, and it can be the smallest of the questions or the biggest of the questions. You can connect with me, Rohan, Nupur, or we have other volunteers, trained volunteers, who are there to help you in dealing with anything related to diabetes or mental health. And feel free to connect us. Use this helpline. It's free. It's confidential. Your data is not shared anywhere. So again, I will encourage everyone. If you feel uncomfortable talking in the group, there's another option also, is to connect with us personally, one to one.
Also, yeah, thanks, Nehal. I think that's a wonderful initiative by BCDF, and it has been going really strong. This was born out of not able to meet and talk to each other in the pandemic, but this has, even after the pandemic was over, I think we have been receiving a lot of calls every month, and from even remote places in India, right? Tier 2, tier 3 cities, and people have a lot of questions which they don't get answered to in their city or from their doctor, or they need support when they want to discuss something that they are struggling with. So feel free to use this, and I'll ask Nupur to share the link, yeah, as
She
well.
already
And
did.
Yes. Thanks, guys, for talking about this. I think, like Belinda also mentioned, peer support is really the answer. When nothing else works, we see each other and we are motivated to get back on track. I think that Snehal and Rohan have really said everything that there is to say. So I don't have anything to add except that, I completely support what they just said. And we've put in the links in the comments so you all can check it out. The links for the helpline, the links for the Facebook group, and the link for the store as well.
So Christian is saying, I came to know about Blue Circle Foundation when I was searching through Facebook. My goal is to make people who have diabetes to be aware of our foundation. I think that's a really great, Christian. I think the more and more people who join, because everyone who has joined has, this page has helped them, or this foundation has helped them in some way or the other. So please share the page on your timelines, and please, there is an invite button when you go to our page. On top you'll see a plus invite button. You can go ahead and click and invite as many people as you want, and help them also get aware about diabetes, because it's our responsibility to spread awareness about diabetes, right?
Correct.
Awareness has been increasing, but we want everyone to join us. And क्योंकि हर घर में आपको कोई ना कोई तो मिलेगा ही अभी जिसको डायबिटीज है, या जिसके किसी किसी को जानते हैं वो डायबिटीज है. So this information is helpful to everyone, and please invite everyone, all the people who are listening.
Yes, yes. Like Rohan said, there's a big red color button called invite, which you'll see on Diabetes Support Network India. Use that and invite everybody. So sometimes, I've seen some people that say, I'm not diabetic. Why should I join? And I think it's very important, even if you're not diabetic, if you'd like to join, please join, because I think as Indians, South Asians, we are very susceptible to type 2 diabetes. Also, India is really quite a world leader in type 1 as well. I think for all of these reasons, and if nothing else, just to have a healthy lifestyle, to be able to support the people in your friends and family who may be living with diabetes, I think if you join, we are more than happy. We are very inclusive. So the community is not just for one type of diabetes, it's for everyone. It's also for the type F, like our friends internationally call this. The type F is the type friends and family. So if you don't have diabetes, that's fine. You're still welcome to join us.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I think we covered most of what we do at Blue Circle, and we would want to know more of what are your plans, what are your short term goals or long term goals. And personally, I feel that setting short term goals, like let's say things I want to do in 4 months, that works for me. I don't want to set like extremely long term goals because I know I get lazy and then I lose track of it all. But again, for me now, for my first short term goal for this year is to continue learning Korean ahead. I think that is something that I'm going to continue to do so this year as well. What about you, Rohan and Nupur? Tell us.
Uh, yeah, before this, I think one comment. Yeah, Radhika, you can DM me. I think I can let you know the answer. And so my resolution is to walk. And I have covered, I think, around 10,000 steps is done for the day. Uh, I'll go for a walk after dinner. So what the habit that I'm trying to start in 2023 is to walk after meals. So if I have a meal, I'll go for a half an hour walk. So and that has really helped in the post meal sugars, PP sugars. And yeah, you can try this. Everyone who is listening, आपका अगर शुगर लेवल खाने के बाद ज्यादा आ रहा है 2 घंटे बाद, तो आप थोड़ा वॉक करेंगे तो वो नहीं आएगा उतना ज्यादा. तो जरूर वॉक कीजिए.
Yes, I think I feel like mine is probably a little bit similar to Rohan's in the sense that I want to be consistent with exercise as well. Many times things come up and we get lazy, and exercise is the one that gets chopped off first. For me, in my case, so that is something I want to do a bit more consistently. So if I, if I might run, I might want to run a whole marathon or then not do anything at all. I think consistency is something that I need to work on. I see Prashant's message. He says a lot of people are hiding that they live with diabetes. And today I met one person in my family who looked less energetic and lost weight. Others were appreciating his weight loss. And when I spoke to him privately, came to know he's got diabetes, and I've shared the Blue Circle group link, and I hope that he joins. Thank you, Prashant, for
Thanks.
helping him.
Amazing. Thanks, Prashant, for doing that. And
And
I think that is one of the point that is very commonly observed in India,
और
especially
वेट
people
लॉस पे ना
hiding
लोग
their
लोग
diabetes.
एप्रिशिएट करना पहले
Like,
पहले शुरू कर देते हैं. सॉरी स्नेहल टू इंटरप्ट. वेट लॉस पे ना लोग एप्रिशिएशन पहले कर देते हैं. अरे वेट
yeah,
लॉस हो गया, कारण नहीं जान पाते हैं उसके पीछे का कि सडन वेट लॉस इज नॉट हेल्दी. तो if you see anyone with sudden weight loss like Prashant, you ask him and you let him know that it's a symptom of diabetes.
Correct. And also, last week on the 25th of December, we did a Facebook chat thread about, looking back diabetes review of the year 2022. And we found some really interesting answers. I'm going to put the link into the chat, but, I'm going to pick out one or two comments that I see. One by Ekta. And Ekta says that her A1C stayed between 5.3 and 5.4. Ekta had pre-diabetes, and she achieved her target weight. She set a target of 53 kgs based on her height and weight and her BMI and everything. And she achieved it. She ditched wheat. She's on a low calorie, low carb vegetarian diet. And she had a stressful period mid-year, but now things are better. And her fasting is also better. She's invested in a treadmill and an exercise bike. So I think, learning from Ekta's message, you need to set a goal for yourself and then slowly work towards that goal. And don't be too hard on yourself, but also don't be too easy. Because I think sometimes finding that balance is important, and keeping yourself motivated. And like Snehal said, whenever you need that motivation, jump onto the group, Diabetes Support Network India, and look at all the posts, and hopefully you will feel better and want to jump back onto the bandwagon.
Krishna is
absolutely.
saying if possible once a month have a yoga teacher who can teach asanas. Sure, if you know anyone who teaches yoga, let us know and definitely do a session as well.
Yes,
Aarti
thank you.
saying, did 10 days adventure trip in extreme temperature of -3 to -10 degrees with 90% target levels. Aarti, I want to talk to you. And because it's very, very difficult in extreme cold. I think I've been to Leh Ladakh and it was very difficult for me. And we all want to know, like, how did you manage your sugars? Maybe we can have a detailed discussion on the group, or you
Or
can
maybe if
put
Aarti
up.
can put up a post on how her experience was in the group so that everyone can benefit from it. What sort of food you ate and like how were sugars, how did your fasting change or something like that. I think really, really helpful for everyone who are planning to take trips ahead this year.
That's a great suggestion, Aarti. Do whenever you have the time, do make a detailed Facebook post on Diabetes Support Network India. We would all love to know, and I think this is the best thing, right? Sharing our experiences so that others can learn, learning from others' experiences. That's the best way forward.
And I think that's something that works for me, like reading other people's experiences and knowing that it's okay that this can happen. क्योंकि बहुत बार ऐसे होता है कि हमको पता ही नहीं रहता कि ये नॉर्मल है कि नहीं है या ये होता भी है कि नहीं है. एंड यू विल ओनली नो जब दूसरे लोग अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करते हैं एंड यू कीप ऑन रीडिंग, यू कीप ऑन गोइंग थ्रू दोज मैसेजेस, एंड तभी हमको पता चलता है कि अच्छा ऐसा भी होता है, फास्टिंग हाई भी हो सकती है, या देयर समथिंग कॉल्ड एज डॉन फिनोमेना. बिकॉज dawn phenomena I had like zero idea for like 10 years of me living with T1D. I had zero idea. That was only when I connected with the community. That's when I realized, oh, something like this also exists, and what to do, what are other people doing to take care of that. So there are a lot of things, and I think that's the best part of the community, is to be connected and sharing each other's experiences, learning, reading through them, so that there's somewhere in your mind that, oh, like this person also was going through something similar, and maybe I can take help from them or I can talk with them. I think that is the best part for me.
And I think also
Thanks.
Abhi, Rohan and Prashant, thank you guys for reminding us to drink water. पानी लेके तो मैं बैठी हूँ, but seeing Rohan and seeing Prashant's message now gives me also the reminder to drink. Thank you, Bhuvan, for your
Especially
message.
up in north, right? It's cold and we don't tend to drink a lot of water. Thanks, Bhuvan, for your support and all your comments on the group. Thanks. Uh, so, guys,
I don't know,
anything
like I
else
am the
that
water baby, or I
go ahead,
usually
Sneh.
drink 5 to 6 liters of water every day. I can easily do that. Pata nahi, matlab, it's there.
Amazing. That's wonderful. And we also hope to
I
engage
cannot understand कि कैसे लोग भूल जाते हैं पानी पीना. I cannot understand that, because if I drink from my bottle, I usually finish half of the bottle in one go or something like that. But it's very easy for me, like drinking water. But I know a lot of, like, my sister also faces this issue. She forgets to drink water. Like पूरा दिन हो गया, 1 लीटर पानी भी नहीं पिया है ऐसा.
Thank you for your comment.
Mohi
Mohi
Singh.
says, yeah,
Yeah, BCDF is really a great community. Had joined a few months back, got new knowledge by looking at posts and cleared my doubts as well. And Masti has been positive effects on blood sugar levels. Thanks, Mohi, and I think thanks to everyone who comments and who takes time out from their schedule, because we share our daily monthly contributors, right? And we can see the number of comments that they make and all the people like who take time out and answer to people's question. It's really great, and someone who and people who are listening, you can also ask a question anonymously. अगर आपको कोई सवाल है, एक तो पहले प्राइवेट ग्रुप है. आई थिंक नुपुर हैड क्लियर क्लैरिटी इन माइंड जब भी ग्रुप स्टार्ट किया था. वी वांट दिस टू बी अ प्राइवेट ग्रुप, एंड उसमें एनोनिमस का ऑप्शन भी है. आपको अगर कोई सवाल पूछना है एंड आपको अपना नाम नहीं डालना, तो आप एनोनिमसली उस सवाल को डालें. और ये चीज मैंने देखा है दैट इन बीसीडीएच यू विल गेट एन आंसर. कोई ना कोई आपके आपके प्रॉब्लम का जवाब तो देगा ही
Absolutely.
देगा. तो आप सवाल डालेंगे, आपको जवाब मिलेगा यहाँ पर.
and you know, Rohan, we have learned so much, right, from the community ourselves. I mean, there's never any जब पहले group शुरू हुआ था, it was a public group, and people had told us a couple of times that we want to ask, लेकिन we don't want our friends and family to know. And you know, at that point I thought, we didn't know, how to kind of go about it, but slowly we realized that this is a concern for many people. And it's not for us to say whether you should say openly or not. It's your wish, it's your diabetes. So it is, that's true that if whatever you ask in the group, your friend list will not come to know unless they are part of the group as well. So that's a really great learning for us as well.
प्रशांत is saying, let the kidneys do the talking. अब pancreas तो बात कर नहीं रही है. So let the kidneys do all the talking now.
Correct. It's been so much
ये एक
fun
बहुत अच्छा
chatting with Rohan and Snehal.
Amazing.
जगप्रीत का बहुत अच्छा सवाल है. Like how much should be the HbA1c in order to ensure that our organs are safe? And everyone, मतलब आप comments नहीं बता सकते आपका गोल क्या है HbA1c का? Before we tell us, I want the people who are listening कि आपको क्या लगता है कि मेरा HbA1c कितना होना चाहिए? So we'll come back to this question. We'll wait for people to give their comments.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, I can answer this question. I feel that easier said than done. My goal is to have an A1C of a non-diabetic, metabolically healthy person. I know that ये हमेशा नहीं हो पाता है. I mean, sometimes you're traveling, sometimes it's cold, there's air pollution, whatever. But that's the goal. And I don't torture myself. कि ठीक है, I didn't achieve my goal this time, but I have the next time to try. So sometimes people tell me, are you obsessed with your blood sugars? But thoda sa, I think, well, each to his own, but I
It's
think thoda sa
required.
hona hai, right?
Mm.
Because we
I think
are.
yeah, what I learned from Nupur is that after a point it becomes second nature because हम लोग एक तरीके से हम पले बड़े हैं. मतलब हमको एक पर्टिकुलर डाइट बताई गई है जो हम फॉलो कर रहे हैं, एक तरीका बताया गया है, राइट? जब उससे आफ्टर डायबिटीज उससे डेविएशन आ गया कि अब वी हैव टू चेक आवर शुगर्स, नाउ वी हैव टू डू कार्ब काउंटिंग, नाउ वी हैव टू डू दिस. तो जितना जल्दी दैट वी उसको अपने आप को ढालेंगे उसमें, द इंग्लिश में क्या बोलते हैं डालेंगे, the more you get
Mold into it.
as quickly as possible, that will really help you. Because Nupur, I've seen like it has become habit for her कि मतलब कि what she eats, how she maintains, so her HbA1c automatically comes in range because it's her second nature now.
I think that to answer your question more specifically, and like Rohan said, we'll wait for others to comment also. Um, um, I can share a few links later, but basically, the higher it goes over non-diabetic range, slowly things creep in. That doesn't mean you have to stress yourself. That just means that you have to try as much
Better.
as you
Mm.
can. Yeah.
So
So
for for every, yeah, just to add to that, for every 1% increase in your HbA1c above 5.5, your chances of getting retinopathy and other diseases increases with every percentage. This is a fact. So like Nupur mentioned, as close to non-diabetic range as possible. We won't like to give a number because for different people they have different comfort levels, right? So non-diabetic range is 5.5, so as close to that as you can get without losing your mind. So, yeah.
Yes. Yes. But definitely, I think above 7 is definitely not recommended. It's a sign of bad control for sure. But again, like if your doctor says still 7 is okay, that doesn't mean that you have to stick to 7. कुछ भी करके मैं 7 लेके आता हूँ ऐसे नहीं चाहिए. You should always try to keep it towards the lower side as much as possible. I think that should answer your
Some
question.
doctors are very happy with 7.5 as well, 7.5 and 8, but that can give you trouble in the coming years. So it's better to get it under 7. Yeah, at least.
And also want to thank everyone for joining us today, taking out the time, that too on 1st January when most people would be tired, sleeping, catching up with the rest of the week. Really appreciate everyone tuning in. When Rohan, Snehal and we were planning this, we were not sure how many people will come, but very happy to see that the attendance is pretty much as usual. People came, commented, so appreciate all of you. This community is so much better and helpful and vibrant because of each one of you. So
Everyone. Yes.
big
Yes.
thank you.
Absolutely.
And feel free to reach out to any one of us if you have any suggestions. There is an app suggestion in our app as well where you can just put in the suggestions that you have. And thanks to everyone once again. Thanks to Nupur, Snehal as well.
Thank you guys,
And
and we'll catch
have a
you
great
next
2023.
Saturday as usual with our Blue Circle workshops. And do not forget to follow us on all the social media handles. We are there on every social media: YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Just go and show some support, love to us on all social media handles. And I think that would be it from Rohan, Nupur, and me signing off. We'll see you, we'll catch up with you next Sunday. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.